inside your body, a healthy cell lives in perfect harmony. Its membrane is strong and selective, protecting what's inside while allowing essential nutrients to flow in. The nucleus carefully safeguards DNA, the blueprint of life, while mitochondria generate a steady supply of energy, powering every function. Inside, organelles work together like a well-coordinated team, maintaining balance and efficiency. Bathed in a warm, vibrant glow, the cell prepares for one of its most vital tasks, growth and division. This is the foundation of health, where life begins, renews, and thrives. As time passes, even healthy cells begin to face stress. The once smooth and perfect structure starts to lose its shape. Inside, the DNA, the cell's instruction manual, develops tiny cracks, making repair more difficult. Protective ends called telomeres gradually shorten with each division, bringing the cell closer to its limits. Meanwhile, harmful molecules known as reactive oxygen species begin to accumulate, creating oxidative stress. A faint glow of inflammation emerges, signaling trouble within. This is the beginning of cellular wear and tear, where damage slowly builds and the balance of life starts to shift. When damage becomes overwhelming, the cell reaches a critical turning point. At this crossroads, it must decide its fate. One path leads to repair, attempting to fix the damage and restore balance. Another leads to self-destruction, a controlled process that safely removes the damaged cell. But there's a third path, one that seems harmless at first. Instead of dying, the cell chooses to stay alive, yet it stops functioning properly. Confused and compromised, it enters a strange state, not dead, not healthy, but something in between. This is where the journey into zombie mode begins. Some cells don't die, they change. They grow bigger, spread out, and lose their shape. No longer active, no longer useful. They don't divide, they don't die. They just stay stuck in this strange, inactive state. But they're not harmless. These zombie cells release toxic signals, irritating nearby cells and triggering inflammation. Over time, they drain energy, disrupt healing, and slowly damage the surrounding tissue. And worst of all, they just sit there, doing nothing, like that one group project member nobody can get rid of. And it doesn't stop there. These zombie cells start releasing toxic signals, known as SASP, or Senescence-Associated Secretory Phenotype. Think of it like chemical gossip, spreading negativity everywhere. These signals irritate nearby healthy cells, triggering inflammation and stress. Cells that were once functioning perfectly now begin to struggle, losing balance and efficiency. Slowly, the damage spreads from one cell to another, like a ripple effect. What started as one dysfunctional cell now begins to disrupt the entire neighborhood. And here's the worst part. It doesn't stay in one cell. Those toxic signals start spreading, pushing healthy cells into stress, damage, and eventually, the same zombie state. One by one, they begin to change. Strong cells become weak, active cells become sluggish, and then they stop functioning altogether. It's a domino effect. Each affected cell triggers the next. What started as a single dysfunctional cell now spreads across the tissue. Congratulations, your body has just entered a full-blown zombie cell apocalypse. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, it does. These zombie cells don't just sit around causing trouble. They start consuming their neighbors. Yes, engulfing and breaking down nearby cells, stealing their resources to survive. This isn't normal metabolism. This is cellular cannibalism. As they feed, they release even more toxic signals, spreading damage, increasing inflammation, and accelerating tissue breakdown. It becomes a vicious cycle. More damage, more zombies, more chaos. They don't just disrupt the neighborhood, they start eating it. Plot twist: not all zombie cells are villains. In the right context, they actually help your body. When there's a wound, these cells release signals that guide repair, helping rebuild damaged tissue and restore balance. They also act as a defense system. By stopping damaged cells from dividing uncontrollably, they help prevent cancer from developing. So, what seems harmful at first can actually be protective. The key is balance. Too many become dangerous, but the right amount can make them unexpected heroes. But as we age, things begin to change. These zombie cells don't get cleared efficiently anymore. They start to accumulate, slowly at first, then faster over time. What was once a balanced system becomes crowded with dysfunctional cells. They release constant inflammatory signals, damaging the surrounding tissue. Healthy cells struggle to keep up. Repair slows down. Function begins to decline. This buildup creates a toxic environment, leading to chronic inflammation, tissue damage, and disease. That's when things go bad, not because of time itself, but because the zombies take over. Now here comes the breakthrough. Senolytics, special compounds designed to target and eliminate zombie cells. They don't attack everything, only the damaged, dysfunctional cells that refuse to die. Once identified, these cells are pushed into self-destruction, and the body's cleanup system removes the debris. As the toxic cells disappear, inflammation drops, tissue function improves, and healthy cells begin to thrive again. This isn't just fighting aging, it's restoring balance from within. Senolytics don't just fight the problem, they help finish the war. Scientists didn't just imagine this, they tested it on mice. Old, weak mice, low energy, poor muscle, struggling to move, were given senolytics. And the results? Pretty wild. Their tissues improved, inflammation dropped, and their energy came back. They moved faster, looked healthier, and yes, became surprisingly fit for their age. Okay, maybe not literally sexy, but definitely stronger, sharper, and more youthful. It's not magic, it's biology. Clean up the zombies, and the system starts working again. Cellular senescence. It's not just about getting older, it's a constant battle happening inside your body. Every second, in every tissue, cells are being damaged, repaired, or pushed into that zombie state. When balance is maintained, your body heals, protects, and thrives. But when that balance is lost, damage begins to take over. Aging isn't just time passing, it's the accumulation of these cellular events. And the good news? Understanding this battle means you can start to influence the outcome. In the end, it all comes down to balance. Inside your body, cells are constantly fighting, repairing damage, removing threats, and keeping you alive. But when zombie cells take over, that balance is lost. The good news? You're not powerless. Science is learning how to target these cells, restore function, and support healthy aging. So the choice is yours. Control the zombies, or slowly become one.
Step into a world where medical science comes alive like never before. At SKM Medical Media, we transform complex concepts into simple, visual, and engaging stories for everyone. From molecules to medicine, from theory to real-life impact, learning has never been this powerful. Subscribe and stay connected, because every episode brings science closer to you.